Hi, welcome to my Makeup Monday for Monday the 1st of April 2024. My name's Denise McCabe and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia on the New South Wales Central Coast. So I hope everyone's having a happy Easter and spending time with family. Our adult kids are coming tonight for a barbecue, so that'll be lovely to see them. And I'm recording this in the morning, so I have the sun streaming in through my window, so I've brought the blind right down, so that's why it's a bit glary and a bit funny, but so that there's no sun glaring on the glass mat, because that becomes a problem. So I hope it works okay. So today I'm going to do, I guess it's a fun fold. It's called a corner closure card. Now I saw this design on Lynn Dunn's YouTube channel. She's Stamptastic TV. She's in the US, and I've modified it a little bit to work with our size cardstock, because the US cardstock is letter and our cardstock is A4, so it is a little bit different. So I've done a bit of a workaround. So the other thing I wanted to talk to you about was that the retirement list is out, the last chance product list for both the annual catalogue and the mini catalogue. Things are selling out, and the discounted items hasn't even started. That starts on the 9th of April, so just over a week. So things are heavily reduced, 50 to 60% off a lot of items. So if you're wanting to get that discount, you'll have to wait until the 9th of April. But if you really want something, and it's not discounted, I would suggest getting it now, because things have sold out. So the things that have sold out, I'll just flick to the demonstrator website so I can make sure I'm telling you the right things. The things that have sold out are the Countryside Corners Cling stamp set. The dies for that stamp set are carrying over, but the stamp set is retiring and it's gone. You can't get that anymore. The 6x8 cellophane bags have also gone. The vellum A4 cardstock has gone. The Very Vanilla A4 thick cardstock is all sold out. It's gone. You can't get that. And the Very Vanilla C6 envelopes have also gone. So they are no longer available. You cannot get those items. So just beware that if there's something you really want, if it's not discounted, get it now. If you're waiting for the discount, then jump on straight on the 9th of April. Otherwise, you might miss out. And also the retiring in colours, the 2022 in colours. Let me just pull them all off my shelf. They are also retiring. I will have mine up. That's a 2023, silly Billy. I will have mine up for sale after the catalogue is finished. So I won't be able to do that until after the 1st of May. I currently don't have the ink refills for them, but if anybody wanted to buy the refills and then buy the ink pads off me, we could strike a deal. So these are the colours that are retiring: Sweet Sorbet, Orchid Oasis, Starry Sky, Tahitian Tide and Parakeet Party. I will also have cardstock left over if you're wanting that. So I will be happy to on-sell them to you after the 1st of May. But I haven't got the re-inkers for these ink pads. So if you want to get the re-inkers now and then buy these off me, just send me a message. So let's whip down to the craft desk and get started. I've got a coffee this morning, so I'm going to have a sip of my coffee. So this is my April host code. For the month of April. I haven't updated my blog yet, but I will be doing that tomorrow or the next day. But if you're placing an order in April, this is the host code that if you attach that to your order, that would be super helpful. That just helps me to get little bits and pieces to use as gifts or to cut up for my make and create events for when people place orders over $70 during the month. So that would be great. Okay, so this is called a corner closure card, sorry. Now, as you can see, I've adjusted. I've got some ink here. That made me cross. See, a little bit of ink on there. Not to worry. I've adjusted the sizes of things to make it work better for us here. But this is what it looks like. So you just open it up, and then you've just got this to tuck back in here. It's really cute, and as you can see, it can go landscape or portrait. I made this panel a bit bigger, which I did like better, and it works the same way. And you just tuck it back in. So I like the way it works landscape or portrait, and I also like the way you can get 2 cards out of 1 piece of A4 cardstock. So I'll show you what I mean by that. When you've got your A4 cardstock long ways, you just cut it down at 10.5 centimeters, and you get 2 pieces of cardstock to make the card. And I also like the way that I've figured out how to just cut this bit off, and we turn it round, and that becomes that panel. So that was my play with the Irresistible Blooms stamp set, dies and paper. Now all of these are still available in the online store, or this set and the paper. So, and these gems, now these aren't adhesive backed. You do have to use your glue and pick them up with your putty end of your take your pick tool. But all of these products have been in the online exclusive section now for over 12 months. So, and they are still available. They are still there. So that's the one I use. The beautiful bundle of products, or suite of products. Now, for the card we're going to make today, I have to use my beautiful Magnolia Mood because I'm just so in love with it. And this is how my Rosie's decided to have a bark. This is how it ended up turning out, and how I've worked how to cut it and everything. And as I said, you just cut that piece off the cardstock and you turn it round and lay it like that. So we're going to recreate this card, but we're going to do it portrait, and I'll show you how it can work both ways, and it looks great. Okay, so this is what you need. You need half of a piece of, see, I've just cut that in half. A4 cardstock, I've just cut it down the middle at 10.5 centimeters, and I've got 1-for-1 card, and this will be the card we're making today. So that's how it works. So you need a piece of card base 10.5 centimeters by 29.7 centimeters, or 4 1/8 by 11 3/4 inches. Your insert panel is 10 by 14.4, or 4 inches by 5 3/4. I have already embossed these 2 sections, but they are, I haven't worked that out in inches, silly me. They are 6.9 centimeters, where's my pen, by 10 centimeters. You need 2 of them, or they can be designer series paper. It doesn't have to be cardstock embossed. It can be designer series paper if you wish. Okay, so let me just work this out for you using my glass mat. So that's 2 3/4 times 4 inches times 2. So that's that one. Put that there. Put that there for the minute. And then you need, oops, I haven't worked these ones out either. I thought I was all ready. You need a piece of cardstock, and I've just coordinated it with the Bubble Bath cardstock. And this is 5.5 centimeters by 5.5, or you could probably go 2 1/4. It's sort of in between, by 2 1/4 inches for that. And this piece is 5 centimeters by 5 centimeters, and that is 2 inches by 2 inches. I do have my door shut. She's barking at somebody walking past, I think. Okay, so that is what you need for this card. Does that make sense? I'll just sort of put it like so. And you also need like a scrap of paper for our Magnolia. And this is just a scrap because we're going to use our watercolour pencils to colour the Magnolia in. So this is just a scrap of cardstock that I play around with. But a scrap for that stamped image. So that's what you need. If you want to take a screenshot or do what you want to do. Or I will try and remember to put the dimensions in below the video. I will try. Okay. So let's just remove them all. I will keep them so I do remember to put them below the video. Okay, I might leave that one there. Okay, so that's our card base. So I'll put that one there. Okay, so let's bring in our trimmer. And we're going to move this down a bit. So as I said, it's 10.5 centimetres, so it's exactly half a piece of A4 cardstock. We're going to put this in and score it in half. Get out the cutting blade out of the way. We're going to score it at 14.9, and then we're going to scooch it across and cut it at 7.4. Okay. And that's our card base. So you can see how you get two cards out of one piece of A4. Now we're just going to fold that over. And then see how what we've chopped off becomes this panel. Can you see? Oh, that's got my light glaring on it. That becomes that panel. So that's pretty cool. I really like how that works, and it makes good use of your card stock. So let's do a little bit of layering to start with. So we're going to put this piece of this is the Distress Tile 3D embossing folder that I've used. I've already run it through the cut emboss machine. This folder's carrying over, so that's really good. I really like this folder. And I'm using the Magnolia Mood stamp set and dies. Got a funny story to tell you about that in a minute. And I'm using watercolour pencils. Now I've got one of the sets. I've got a few extras in there from a kit, and I've also got some foreign ones in there. I know, horrors. And a blender pen. So if you haven't got one of these blender pens, they're really good. They come in a pack of 3, and I think they are, got them on my next order, $23 for a pack of 3. They last a long time, but they've got glycerine, I think, or glycerol or something in them. They do end up drying out, but they last a long time. Okay, so that's what we're using. So let's pop our embossed piece onto our cardstock. So I use glue when I'm sticking embossed cardstock down because it's all bumpy, and I think the glue gets into the nooks and crannies and helps adhere it better. But that's just my thoughts. Okay, so that's that. And as I said, this could be designer series paper. It doesn't have to be embossed cardstock. I've just gone with embossed cardstock. I'm going to attach this piece to our panel. Can't believe we're having a fine Easter. Normally Easter is always fraught with rain, and for everybody who goes camping I always feel sorry for them. See, and that's going to go like that, but we're going to do it portrait this time, so it's going to go like that. And then I'll show you what you do with these. I'll get my cut emboss machine in. So you've got your two squares, your 5 centimetre square and your 5 by 5 centimetre square. You're going to put this in. So this is just like a piece of scrap that you can get from your scrap bag. You're going to put this in your trimmer with the 2 points in the track, and you're going to cut it in half diagonally. Okay, so you actually get 2 closures. So why not make 2 cards at the same time? And your piece of 5 centimetre by 5 centimetre. So that's that. So we're going, you can emboss this, or like on this one I didn't, I just used designer series paper, but that's entirely up to you. And you're going to layer those together, but I want an embossed piece. So here's one I prepared earlier. I will put these aside and maybe make another card with those. I'll put those over there. Don't bring this back. So I will just attach these two pieces together. I won't attach it to the card as yet because we've got to do some stamping. So because we've got to do a bit of colouring, that's why I did a little bit of preparation, so you didn't have to see me do all of it. So just put that layer on, making sure your border is even. I know I struggle with corner diagonals sometimes. That looks pretty good. Okay, now that's going to go, and your corner piece can go on either side, doesn't matter, especially like when it's portrait, it can go either way, entirely up to you. So we might put it on the right side this time, but we're not doing that just yet. Okay, so let's do a little bit of stamping. I'll have a sip of coffee. Okay, so here's our stamping piece of cardstock. Ah yes, this story. I was creating this card yesterday and playing and having a play, and I got my Magnolia out to see if it would work, and I was lining it up and just sort of working it out and what have you. Then I got distracted and I got my calendar off my wall and I wrote something on my calendar for April. Put my calendar back up. So I put my calendar down here. Put my calendar back up, and then I couldn't find the stamp. I did something else. I posted something to Instagram, did something else, came back, and I thought, well, where's the Magnolia gone? I can't find it. And you know where it was, don't you? It was on the back of my calendar. I said to my husband, I'm not doing anything until I found the stamp. I'm not cooking dinner. I'm not doing anything. I've got to find the stamp. Honestly. So just be aware that the cling stamps are sticky and they will attach to things. So I'm using basic grey ink for my stamping image because I just think it's a little bit softer than the black memento. It's not as harsh. So I'm just going to pop that there. Give it a nice press down. Lovely. So that's that one, and I will cut that out with the cut emboss machine in a minute. I am also going to put this one on. Now where will I put this? If I'm doing this way round, and I've got to work out where I want to put my happy birthday as well. So let's get our happy birthday out, but don't lay anything on top of it because you'll lose it. I could put my happy birthday down here, and I could put my, no, my happy birthday is going to get blocked. Okay, so that's not going to work. So this is going to go like this, and then this will go here. So I might have to do a banner across the top with my happy birthday. Let's think about that. Or I could just do happy birthday inside, but I don't think it's going to fit. Oh, it's touch and go, isn't it? I don't want to stamp it and then find... Alright, let's just do it. And then we'll work out where we're going to put our other little Magnolia, a little baby one. Okay, so I'll get this off, move that out of the way, and ink up our happy birthday, and I'll bring it down so I can get it straight, and I shall put it right over Not really straight. But let's just see if it worked, and I can flip it over and stamp it again. So that's going to go like so. And this is going to go on like so. And then this will go here. No, it's going to cover it, so I don't like my happy birthday there. So let's have another look. And see if I put my magnolia here. I could do that. I'll put my magnolia down the bottom, like so. And I might stamp my happy birthday up the top. So it'll be inside the card. But that's okay. I'll kick it down a bit. Ah! That's crooked too. I can't handle that. I'm going to have to do that again. Sorry, guys. Okay, so we will go 10 centimeters. Is that going to be right? I don't think that's going to be right. It's not. Oh, Denise is having a shocker. And the other thing, there are other things going up as well in the new annual catalogue. So if you want, that's going to go straight into my ink pad. I'll move that out of the way. If you're wanting things like glue, ink refills, yeah, there's quite a few things going up. So you might want to order some things of those before the new catalogue comes out. If you want a detailed list, just let me know and I will let you know. Okay, let's try all this again. Okay. That's that. Now, let me just get a piece of scrap and see what's going on with my happy birthday. If I do it straight, have I mounted it not quite right? Okay. Sometimes you just got to play. I don't mind a little bit crooked, but I don't like it like a dog's hind leg. Yeah, I think I've got to tip it up a little bit. Okay. Perhaps I didn't mount it straight. So tip it up a little bit. That's better. I am fussy. But you know. Okay. Clean that off. And that off. Okay, so that's going to be inside like so. And there. Corner, flap, closure. And then this. Okay, I think I like that. So let's put these things away before they get stuck to the backs of calendars or somewhere. Because we don't want that. This Magnolia Mood is an online exclusive as well. So if you want that, you go to the online store, shop products, go to the online exclusives and you'll find it there. So I'll just move these out of the way and I'll just bring in my cut emboss machine. I didn't need that. Okay. So I'm going to place this die over my stamped image. Now I cut before I colour. That's just me, because if I cut out poorly and I've spent all the time colouring in, and the colouring in is splendid, and then I cut out poorly, I get upset and cross with myself. So I cut before I colour. Let's see how we get. Because then, if I've cut crooked or whatever, I can just stamp it again and cut it out. That's pretty good. I'm happy with that. So let's put this back over onto my bench. and come back in. Okay, now bring in our sample card, bring in our new card. We shall put our die away. As I said, things can go missing. Now we're going to bring in our stamping, our watercolour pencils. I'm going to have another sip of coffee. Now, the blender pen. We're going to have this one as well. And I'm going to use Melon Mambo. And this one doesn't say it, but I'm pretty sure it's Mossy Meadow. This one's Old Olive. Well, that's what I thought it was. This one's Old Olive. Oh, no, there is a difference. Can you see there's a difference tone? I'm pretty sure this one's Mossy Meadow. It was from a kit. So the Stamping Up ones generally will have the name on it, Early Espresso. So these ones I think came from kits. Basic Grey. That's Old Olive. And see how they've got a longer colour down here. But these ones, no, these shorter ones are foreign. They're not good. So the Stamping Up ones have got the longer colour at the bottom. So that's how I know which ones are Stamping Up. So I only need 2 colours. So let's start with, so your blender pens are clear to start with, and you can either put colour onto your Magnolia like so. Now you don't have to worry too much about the colouring in. Oh, I also will need yellow. Daffodil Delight. So I'll show you how that works. So you can just do a little bit of a squiggle, and with your blender pen you can spread it like so. You don't want to overwork the basic white cardstock because it can ball up and peel with the liquid that's in here. But the other way you can do it is just rub the blender pen onto the tip of the pencil, and you can pick up colour like that, and I actually prefer to do it that way. Okay, so I'm just gonna get a little bit more. I'll start down here, and you can just spread it up the petals, but you don't want to keep going over and over it because that will damage the cardstock. Where else? Down here. And I sometimes think, oh, this is looking terrible, but when you take a step back, it sort of starts to look right. I don't profess to be the best at colouring, but I like to have a go. So the pink magnolias, I think, are quite stunning. And I keep doing yellow ones, so I tried to, just going to do a little bit along here because that's sort of curving up. So you can't actually see all the colour. And I might put a little bit over here. You don't need much. I'm only just sort of tickling the pencil tip. Does that make sense? I might put some more up here. And where else? Down in here maybe. You can go back and add more. I hope this isn't taking too long. Sometimes when you do colouring, it does take, the video does go a bit longer, so I apologise for that. Okay, I might put a little bit more over here. Because I don't want sort of the colour to just stop. I want it to sort of to blend out. Does that make sense? I hope so. Okay. Getting hot because my blind's down so far. The breeze isn't coming in the window. Okay, now I'm just going to go over to this one and just sort of blend it up. And as it runs out, I sort of think that's enough. So, there we go. I think that's probably enough, and the little bud. You can see what I mean by if you spend all this time colouring and then if you cut it out and you've misaligned it, I get upset. But that's me. So now with your blender pen, you just wipe it and that cleans all the pink off, the Melon Mambo. Melon Mambo is not a colour I use very often. And then we've got a green, which I believe is Mossy Meadow. And we're going to do our leaves. So what I do with this is I put a little bit down the centre. And just sort of here. And because we've cleaned that off from the pink, it's not got pink on it. And then we're just going to spread the green. I hope this is making sense and I hope you can see what I'm doing. So I might speed this part of the video up so that you're not sort of getting bored watching me colour the leaves. But you can see I'm not being very careful with the leaf colour. But you don't have to. You just be more careful with the blender pen. So I'll speed this up. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. What do you think? I think it looks nice. Now I'm just going to do this one quickly. Oh, I've got to do the centre of that. Forgot. Okay, I'll just do this one quickly. I might do the green first because I've got green on my blender pen. And I'm just going to take it off the tip of the pencil. And just spread it. Like so. This is a beautiful stamp set. We had a Magnolia once before. I think it was called Good Morning Magnolia. And it had beautiful designer series paper that matched, came out. But this one's just as nice. But if you've got the old Magnolia stamp set, use that. Okay, now I'm going to clean the green off my blender pen. And you can see you just need a scrap of cardstock or paper to clean it off until it's running clear, like so. What else I got to do? Oh, this one. So this is back onto Melon Mambo. That might be too strong. Let's just take a little bit off. I think you've got a little bit more control sometimes when you do it off the tip of the pencil, but that's just me. You can try whatever way works best for you. I might actually go all the way up with this one. Got a bit heavy-handed. If you don't like that, you can drag it off and blend it in. I'll do all this one in pink, because they start off quite pink. That's not the best colouring of that one, not to worry. Once again, you just clean off your blender pen, and I'm going to go back to this one and do a bit of yellow in the centre. So there you have it. You've got your magnolia. That's a gap, yeah. Okay, so I don't know where's the lid. Oh, there it is. So pack of 3, and they're $23. So let's put that aside, and now let's put our card together. Okay. So let's put our base in, our insert, I mean, and do that. I have no idea. Oh, this is a long one. Sorry. But sometimes that happens. There we go. Okay, now before we place this, I'm going to put my corner on. So we're going to use small dimensionals in the corners, like so, and that's just going to pop it up so it's not nice and easy to tuck your card into. So you can see I've just done that round the corners of the triangle, so that will just pop up. There we go. And I'm just going to pop that down, line it up with the base of your card and the side of your card, like so. Okay, and then that's going to tuck in like so. So this is where I just need to work out where I want to place it. We've got our happy birthday underneath. So, and I want to center it. And then this will go on like so. On dimensionals. I'm going to put that up on dimensionals. Just work out. No, I like it this way. Like that. So let's just work out. That looks pretty good. Okay. So I'm just going to put glue on the top half of my panel. And I'm just going to flip it back over and work out, center it. I normally measure it with a finger on either side. Make sure it's straight. I might put it up a little bit. And just before I push it down, I just want to make sure it's straight. No, that's not straight. A little bit of wiggling. Okay, let's commit. Let's hope that's straight. Looks okay to me. And see, that just tucks under. Whoops, we've got some glue inside. Get rid of that. Okay, that will just tuck in under into the corner like so. So let's get our... So I apologise, this video has gone a little bit longer, but when you're colouring, that tends to happen. Okay, that should be enough. And we shall pop that like so. And we shall get some bling down. I use the glossy dots on this one because they are melon mambo, and I thought they looked quite good. Nice and bright. So, I might even put a bow on this one. I feel it needs a bow or something. Let's put one down here. And let's put one here and a little one up here. And if you wanted to do a bit of blending of ink over your embossing folder, you could do that. That would work. And that was a noisy motorbike. I've got this ribbon that's carrying over, I believe. And I've got this one. But this doesn't look bubble bath, although... Oh no, it's not, because it says petal pink. Okay, so we're going to do this silver one. This is carrying over, so that's really nice. I think I'll just put a little bow up in the top corner, because I think it just needs it, this one. And then we'll be done. Oopsie. Oh. When you're rushing, you can never get a bow to go right. I love this ribbon. Really happy this one's carrying over. Now come on, just cooperate. And this could be a Mother's Day card. It could be any style of card. There we go. I think that looks nice. I wonder if I should put one on this card. Not sure. Okay. And we'll grab a glue dot and then we'll be done. I have to put a warning on this video. This one goes for X amount of time. There we go. I think that looks good. What do you think? Is that a nice card? Let's turn my light off, see if you can see. Well, that doesn't show the colour. Oh, it does show the colour a little bit better. Turn it back on. So that is our card for today, corner closure card. And as you can see, you can do it either way, landscape or portrait. Down Denise. And this one's got the sentiment inside up the top. But you could have put a banner across the top. But yeah. So let's go back to the face view. There we go. So I hope you like that corner closure card. I keep forgetting its name. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry this one went for a little bit longer, but colouring does that. I'll try and speed up some of the videos so it's a little bit shorter. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you've all having or had a great Easter, and I shall see you on Friday for Card and a Cuppa. Bye for now.